going for Don Parkins, everybody. You guys, first and foremost, I want to encourage you to buy a drink because they have to take all this liquor out of here when they leave. So we're trying to get through it. That's what I'm saying. So it's Tony Russell's birthday. Everybody, round of applause. Tony Russell's birthday. Tony is a great guy, and it's been a pleasure becoming his friend over the last year and a half or so. And I'm probably going to ruin all the work I've done to earn that friendship right now. But about 5 days ago, Tony's mom sent me a message on Facebook, and we're not Facebook friends. So this is apropos of nothing other than that she knew it was his birthday and we'd be performing together. And she sent me a message that says, "Hello Josh, my name is Maria. I'm Tony Russell's mom, and I see you're doing a show on March 11th together. That's Tony's birthday. Is there any way you can wish him a happy birthday from his mom and dad on the stage? Happy birthday from your mom and dad, Tony. It would be much appreciated. Thank you and have a great show." Now here's the great thing about Facebook. If you're not friends with the person, it sends it to this weird catch-all spam filter section. So I didn't get this email right away. Phil, who's going to be the last guy up, got a message from her 3 days after mine. So stay in tune, because he'll be reading his when he gets up here. This is a part A, part B story. Don's not lying. I do smoke a ton of weed. Happens to be that I work on a weed farm, so 2 and 2 are 4. And I love smoking weed, but I'm worried that maybe I'm getting too far down the rabbit hole on smoking weed, right? Because I know what days I have off, right? And I know what kind of shit I like to do, but I don't really have a lot of firm memories of me doing those things on those days. Right? Tony can call me up and be like, "Hey Josh, did you have fun bowling on Thursday?" Well, I do love bowling. I have Thursdays off. "Yeah, Tony, great time bowling on Thursday." Hey, Josh, you remember fighting that midget? They are my natural enemy, I mean, fuck. Right? And I was on the borderline until all of a sudden, what's in my pocket every day when I go to work? A fucking crystal. Right? This is how... And this phrase, "be the change you want to see," started making sense to me. I was like, oh, I can be the change I want to see. I can do that. So first change I am being this year, quit paying my student loans. It's fucking dumb, right? You don't give an 18-year-old $10,000 and expect to see it again. That's a bad investment. And you for sure don't expect to make money on that investment. You should be crossing your fingers for $6,000 back on that 10. That is a reasonable rate of return. I got my student loans from a place that said, "Hey, if you fill these all out, you get a pizza." I love pizza. Second thing I'm doing to be the fucking change I want to see is that when I approach a roundabout, I yield and go right. Right? That's the correct way to do that for those of you that are confused. Okay? You can be in Brown's edition where I live and put a camp chair up there and watch that fucker. It's one person a minute being a total dumbass. Every minute. Every fucking minute. Where do they come from? It's not that busy of a part of town. It's you guys are drafting up assholes to just send in from my area. Love it, thank you. Third and final thing I'm doing to be the change I want to see in this is where it becomes a group exercise. Go with me here. I smoke weed every day and I regularly take hallucinogenic drugs. All right, a little bit of apprehension on that. Totally fine, that's totally fine. Because look, here's what I'm not saying. Take a bunch of acid and then just go out on the town. That's terrible. We're in Hilliard. If you're high on acid, you're getting rolled. Right? You might as well just have your money in your hand. Be like, take it. Don't do that. I'm saying go out in the woods. I go to Barter Fair outside of Tonasket once a year, and we take drugs there. And it's awesome because it's our little safe place to do that. Someone made like a noise like, that's not a safe place. That's a fucking safe place, bro. There's like a hill, and you like crawl up on the hill, you're high on drugs, and you sit there, and you like look at all the people. They're all tiny, like little ants. Think about their lives. Oh, that guy's a banker. She's an anesthetician. Their divorce is going shitty, but their kids are fine. It's like you think about all that shit. You don't know any of those people. It's brilliant, right? So we're out there a couple years ago. We're up on the mountain. We're thinking. We're looking at all the people, and out of nowhere, a dude on a horse rolls up on us. Which you should never get snuck up on by a horse. Shouldn't happen. So this dude rolls up on a horse, and he's like, "Hey, you guys are too high." Yes, we are. But how did you know? Right? And what was the giveaway? Was it the saucer-shaped pupils? The pipes in our hand with the drugs in them? What was the thing? How did you know? And before we could formulate the question, he's like, "Hey, you guys are too high up on the hill, okay? You're gonna have to move down a little bit." Sweet. We can do that. That was like, cause like we could not necessarily get less high. That's not how drugs work. Acid is not like alcohol. You can't throw it up and then you're not high. Acid is like baking, right? You take it slowly, you add a little bit at a time, and eventually you'll get to the right recipe. But you don't just throw all the fucking flour in the pie all at once, motherfucker. Different things could happen, different altitudes, different humidities, the flour could have got broken up with by its girlfriend recently. Like, there's all kinds of things to take into account. Go slow, that's all I'm saying. Go slow. I worked in a kitchen, that's how I knew that. Kitchens are cool, but they expose you, like food service exposes you to this thing I call this phenomenon, the $12 asshole. You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I mean. That person who like, they go out to a restaurant and they think that because they're paying $12 for that steak, that enables them to be an asshole to you regardless of what you've done in your life. They're like, "This steak is medium. Take it back. I ordered it medium rare." Brian, you're at an Applebee's? Take that fucking steak back. I'm paying for this shit. No, take it back. You've all got a friend like that, and you want to go out to eat with them, and it's amazing because we all like that's a common standard social thing, and we allow it there, but we don't allow it in other places. Like that's not how the world works. You can't do that at H&R Block. You can't be like, "No, Brian, my return was supposed to be $250. This is $125. Get your fucking manager. I will wait." That's not how life works. If life worked that way, what would you do in the doctor's office? Look at me, I'm a giant fat guy. He's never given me good news. I'm not paying to hear fucking eat less and no cheeseburgers. Fuck off, Brian. I'm sorry, Dr. Brian. Ladies, on that note, relax. You ain't gotta worry about shit tonight. I'm not getting laid. You may wonder how I know that, and that's because I'm super tired. I'm super tired. That's how I know. I'm very tired. It's just not gonna happen. Here's what you gotta understand. For a dude my size and Harry's size, you'll see him later. Shut up, Harry. Having sex with any of you fine ladies basically boils down to like, how long can I do push-ups on top of you? I can tell some of you have been there. 3.5 minutes, okay? I can do 3.5 minutes of push-ups. The spirit is willing. The body, that's the triceps, the body is weak, okay? The wiener works. Just get on top. We'll have fun. Now look, some of you, I know you're thinking to yourselves, fuck that, I'll get you, motherfucker. For those of you that are like out to work hard tonight, I respect you. And second of all, don't feel bad because I got like a trick up my sleeve, albeit a short sleeve. It's a trick I learned in the kitchen. It's called preheating the oven. Right? You never just throw a pie into a cold oven. That's not how fucking baking works. You get that oven hot. You warm that oven up. And what I've learned, ladies back me up, is that if you get that oven hot enough, that pie will bake in 3.5 minutes. I'm talking core temperature, right? Like the outside might be burnt, but the inside is what you were looking for.
Oh, shit.
We'll keep talking about food and cooking, I guess, for a second, as it relates to sex, and that is this. Guys, we're super obsessed culturally with bacon right now. Great, love it, bacon's delicious. But it's not like, you're not enlightening anyone where you're like, oh yeah, bacon on a maple bar, so good. Yeah, bacon on a maple bar, bacon in your hamburger. Bacon on basically any food item makes that food item better. We get it. But dudes, and I assume some ladies in the room, what about some other shit that we eat from time to time? Could we or could we not improve it with bacon?
Hell yeah.
Pussy and bacon? Right? Pussy and bacon. Look, you guys up front are groaning, but what, you've never had a tuna melt with bacon? It's $1.49 extra. Add that bacon on. Hey, that's a great sandwich. Try it out. Super good. And if you're that adventurous that you'd have a tuna melt with bacon, then you might as well take the next step and just have some bacon and anus. What makes buttholes better than a strip of bacon? Okay, a little more resistance, and I'm fine with that. Some of you were clearly sexually liberated, and bacon and anus is on the agenda for tonight. And some of you are really upset that I said that, and I fucking get that, that's fine. Those of you that are upset, I want you to know, like, look, my heart bleeds for you, but you guys are gonna be pissed about green anus and ham. You're not gonna like it. We've been laughing a lot and talking about sex, and so I figure we should do one moment of education here before, like, I'm not like completely done, but I do like to have a moment in the middle where we talk about, we can laugh and learn, right? We can, there's a reason. So guys, look, here's the thing. If you're 35 and you've never had chlamydia, then you are not open enough to new experiences. Okay? It's just that simple. Have a drink, look left, and fuck that person. Okay? And do it bareback because it feels way better. Just so much better. Trust me, I'm a dude, I've done the research. And if you happen to get chlamydia, God forbid, then your whole penance is 7 days of not fucking. That's it. 7 days, cooling it down, and then you're back on the tee. Thank you, Harry. But if you're 35 and you had chlamydia once, wrap that shit up. Right? Because there's no awesome second time I got chlamydia story. That doesn't exist. Alright, last joke and then I'll get out of here. I've been putting myself out there a little bit recently, trying to get maybe some interaction with women, which has been foreign to me for a while. And I figured what a good primer would be is that I have a cat, right? You know, cats are very much like women in that you can ask them to come somewhere and they don't give a fuck when you're saying anything to them. And that's totally cool. Right, you can leave them a dish of food, they'll be fine for the weekend, same thing. But my friends, they give me a hard time. They're like, Josh, gross, how could you have an animal that shits in a box in your home? Ugh. I'm like, whoa, guys, back it up. That's a pretty good way to deal with shit. Right? Because some of you out here have dogs, right? Who's got a dog? Anyone? Hands up? All right, so you have a dog, you take it outside, you pray that it poops. You hope it poops. And if it does grant your wish and poops, you get to carry that around in a thin plastic sack. Aren't you lucky? Oh, he does. Great, cool. Well, what do you does? Like you won a bonus. Hey, I gotta carry my dog's shit around. Great. Cool. That's a bummer, right? I assume someone in here has had a kid. You guys have seen what they do with poop, right? They go through it like there's a prize token in it, but they also want to keep it for later just in case it's worth more. Like, it's gross. Kids, babies don't know how to deal with shit. So really, cats, dogs, babies, who deals with shit the best? It's clearly cats. They bury it in a box full of sand. That's awesome. Hey, look, guys, if I could get a baby to bury its shit in a box full of sand, maybe I could have one. Right? Think of